What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and you'll get them notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how I made my first $100,000 with credit. What did I do? What steps did I take? What all did I do? Because at the end of the day, knowledge is power, and power is financial freedom and generational wealth and generational wealth. And in order to become successful at anything, you have to learn how to do it. You get a job at McDonald's, you gotta learn how to flip burgers, you gotta learn how to work the cash register. You get a job doing anything or you want to do anything in life, you have to learn how to do it. And that's what people are not understanding in life. Nobody is just born with the magic power of knowing how to do something. They learned how to do it. So when it comes to making money, building credit, managing money, all the credit, all these different type of things, you have to learn. And a lot of people are cheap and a lot of people are lazy. A lot of people expect other people to do things for them because they're in a higher position. Like a lot of people, and we all know people that depend on other people because they got money, and like people use people, meaning that if somebody knows somebody loves them, they're going to use them. They're going to let them spend all the money on them. They're going to let them do everything that they can. They're going to drain them dry. And that's just how it is. People use people. So when you start enabling people, stop being that crutch for people, then that's what things go bad. You're the bad person. So you got to start understanding these type of people, because these type of people may say they want to get rich, may say they want to become successful, but they're not going to do anything to make that happen. They're not going to put themselves in a position to make that happen. And once you put yourself in a position to make that happen, they're going to be mad at you. They're going to make excuses. They're going to have attitudes, and it's just weird. So you got to understand there's doers in this world and there's donors in this world. Anything is possible. Anything can do anybody can do anything that the next person is doing. You just have to actually do it. So if you take the blueprint of somebody that's making millions and you do the exact same thing and you start making millions, well, there you go. It's not hard to become successful. It's just you have to put the time, the grind, and the effort to do it. Now, people got to understand, when you want to become successful, it's going to be long nights and early mornings, meaning that you got to make sacrifices. And a lot of people are not willing to make sacrifices. You might got to sacrifice that person, meaning that you might not be able to be with that person no more because they're not bringing you any positivity. They're bringing you down. That girlfriend, that boyfriend, you might got to sacrifice sleep. You might got to sacrifice smoking, drinking, partying. You got to make a sacrifice, because sacrificing that, you're going to replace it with hard work towards whatever that you want to become successful with. And a lot of people don't understand that. So how did I make my first $100,000 with credit? I made my first $100,000 with credit on accident, because when I first got into the credit world, the credit game, just like anybody else, I didn't know anything. I didn't know too much. But as I did my own resources, my own research, and paid attention and really just connected dots, because once you can start connecting dots, things will start you start to understand things better. Now, I can't expect everybody to think and comprehend things the way that I do. So when you pay attention, you will understand. Meaning that if you see that bad credit is getting a lot of people denied for the things that they need, or having people pay double deposits, triple deposits, that's gonna say tell somebody in their head, let me get my credit together because I need to get like to get a house, to get an apartment, to get a roof over your head. They're gonna check your credit score. They're gonna check your profile. They're gonna check your background. They're gonna check all that. And if you're somebody with bad credit, bad background, you're not going to get approved for any type of house, any type of roof over your head. And that's why a lot of people start using CPNs and things like that. But we'll get to that in the end of the story. So how did I start? How did I make my first $100,000? Well, when I when I first got into the credit world, it's really around 2017, 2018, because I can't speak for other people, but me being an adult and a father, I told myself I need to get it together. I'm done playing around. It's really my goal is to make sure I do the right thing and have people at the end of the day have nothing but good things to say about me. I'm not perfect, but I live my life off logistics, statistics, and facts. Meaning that if I know doing this or doing that is going to get me in a certain position that I want to be, I'm not going to do it. If I know that talking this way or being this way towards certain people is going to get me negative reactions, I'm not going to do it. Like I'm going to do everything that I can to keep positivity around me. And once you step outside the box and see how the world is right now, it makes you not want to be around anybody. It makes you not want to deal with people because at the end of the day, you're somebody that want to open a business. You start to see how much scams and fraud and deceiving is going on behind the scenes in these businesses. You hire people and people steal from you. People do a lot of different things, and and it's crazy that, like I said, when you pay attention, you see the exact same people in the exact same fields doing the exact same things. So it's like, why put yourself in that position to potentially have that happen to you? So when people be like, "Oh, start a business, open up a business, it's easy," it's not, because you got to think about it. All storefronts get broken into. Almost every storefront gets broken into, especially when you got good items and you popping and you hot. Somebody's going to potentially try to break into that. I don't want nobody breaking into my shop, having me go through that. So it's hard for me to even want to open up a storefront. So my conclusion, what storefronts came to, if I'm going to open up a store, it's going to be inside a mall where there's more protection, where there's more enclosed, where random people just can't walk past your shop and easily break the locks and break into your store. No, it's going to be into a mall or uh, uh, something like that. Like these are things that goes you have to start thinking about, and people don't think about the pros and the cons when it comes to business. So how I once again how I made my first $100,000 with credit. So what I did was I started learning about um secure loans and secure credit card unsecured loans and credit cards and what they utilize and what they do. So once okay, so let's take it back to personal credit. So with personal credit, once I learned that unsecured credit cards and loans, you utilize your own money as collateral, but it reports to your credit report as a loan or a credit card, and it help you build your credit score. I said, okay, let me get that. So once I got my unsecured credit card and I didn't use it, I started to see good payment history on my credit report. It was building my credit. So I said, oh, so if I don't use this card, I still get good payment history. Cool. So I got another card. Start doing the exact same thing. Start building my credit even more. So now I'm building my credit, my installment loan credit, student loans, paying them off, auto loans, paying them off. So now I got these different type of primary trade line loans and different things on my credit profile that's building my credit. So cool. Now start my business. Now we all know that you can either utilize your personal credit as a personal guarantor, meaning that you'll get a business funding, get business funded faster, or you can build your business credit profile from the ground up. Now, building your business credit profile from the ground up is the exact same process as building your personal credit. LLC, EIN number, business bank account, checking and savings, structuring your business the right way, meaning that you have a business email, a business address, a business number, and you get your business registered in the public records through the Better Business Bureau. Now you have a legit business. Once you get that established, then you want to get your Dun and Bradstreet, which is going to allow you to start tracking your business credit scores, just like Experian.com with the personal credit scores. The first, so now you got all that established. Now I had all that established. Now, just like personal credit, business credit also has trade lines. So I started doing my research on business trade lines. And once I started doing my research on business trade lines, I started to learn about authorized users, AUs, um, all these different places. And I know about Credit Strong already because I'm utilizing Credit Strong for a personal trade line. And I also see that Credit Strong offers business credit trade lines. So I'll check that out and I read about it and see where all does it like affect. So Credit Strong has business credit trade lines and it affects every business credit score on your credit except for their paydex score. So every credit score on your business credit profile will be affected except for your paydex score. And this is just all about trade lines and things like that, like how you can really start leveraging credit into cash. So it's the same way you're establishing business credit just like personal credit. So I'm seeing these credit cards. So just like personal credit, you can get secured credit cards on and loans. So I said, okay, let me get a two secured credit cards for my business. So 500 here, $1,500 here. So 2,000, boom, and credit limit. So now I got two secured credit cards. And by me having good payment history, I started to get offers and perks. Now, once I learned that certain banks, every bank doesn't pull from the same bureaus. So every bank doesn't pull from, every bureau. Different banks pull from different bureaus. So once I learned that you can get different inquiries, X amount of inquiries under each credit bureau, that's when I caught on and said, okay, let me start getting business credit cards. So $2,000 credit card here, $2,000 credit card there, and then $5,000 credit card here. Because mind you, I already got these two secured credit cards on my business credit profile that's establishing my business credit. Also, creditstrong.com, that trade line that's building every paydex score, every credit score on my business credit except for my paydex. And you got net 30s. Net 30s will build your paydex score. So now you're building every credit score on your credit profile. You got accounts, you paying them off, and it's building the payment history and the age and the debt on your business credit. And once you get a paydex score of 80 or better, you're now classified as a good liability to have funding for business. So me not even knowing, it's called credit card stacking. That's why a lot of people see a lot of different credit people in the credit world with a lot of different credit cards because we utilize debt a lot because you can pay off debt with debt. You can pay credit cards with credit cards. So a lot of people build the limit up on their credit card because you got to think about it. You build your credit limit to $10,000. You get you 10,000 credit cards. You now have $100,000 in credit limit. And having $100,000 in credit limit, we know that you can get cash advances off these credit cards. So you got $10,000 credit cards, you get a $5,000 cash advance off each one. You now have $50,000 in cash and paying these cards back because you could pay the minimum balance. And once you pay the minimum balance, then it goes right back to $10,000. Now you got another $100,000. And by you paying the minimum balance, it's going to start raising your credit limit on your business credit. They're going to start sending you loan offers, credit card offers, all these different perks and offers for you to start getting more funding for your business. So it's not hard to start getting $100,000 worth of business. You just gotta actually know what you're doing. You don't have to try to get $100,000 loan, $100,000 credit card on this. I know you can get multiple credit cards, which will help improve your credit profile, and it can add up to $100,000 and liquidate that. And this is what a lot of people do. Knowledge is power. If you didn't know this, you won't make it happen. If you don't know anything about business credit, you won't know the difference between unsecured credit cards and secured credit cards. Unsecured credit cards is when you utilize your own cash as collateral. Unsecured is when you utilize the bank's money. They're giving you money, they're lending you money. So it's just all about the knowledge, the awareness, and the information to help you do this because people out there make it seem like it's just so hard to get funded on the business side and so hard to get funded on the personal side when it's not. People just don't have the right documentation and the information that they need to get approved for these type of things. And the world is set up for, if you are an average American with a job, you're going to have a bank account, you're going to file taxes, you're going to have pay stubs. And these are the simple documentations that you need to get a loan, but most people don't have that. So there are banks out here, there are lenders out here that offer different type of loan programs that you might not even need documentations. You just might need a down payment or whatever. So it's just all about the knowledge, the information, and the resources that you have to make these things happen. Because if you don't, you will be someone that's out here wishing and hoping and wondering. You can get some type of loan, credit card, line of credit, invest and be more blessed. When there's people out here that's actually doing it, it's just all about the knowledge, the information, and resources to make it happen, knowing where to go to do it, how to do it. That's all it takes. So it's not hard to make $100,000 with business credit. You just got to actually have a business and actually have funds and revenue being generated coming in, because a lot of people don't understand that. Also, a lot of people have hopes and dreams of starting a business or doing something, but they're not actually generating revenue with this business. And once they start just try to get this LLC, business bank account, all these different things, and they see that it costs money to do these things, they put it on the back burner and never get to it. So I tell people all the time, before you want to start an LLC and do all this stuff, make sure that you are already generating some type of revenue with this service or business or product that you are offering. Because if you are not, you're going to be spending some money. And if you are making some money already, you're going to use that revenue to invest into this LLC, this business bank account, and these type of things. And it's going to be easier for you, right? So it's not hard to make $100,000. How I made $100,000 with business credit fast. That's basically $50,000 a month cash. You do the math on that. That's $500,000 in 10 months. $600,000 in a year. It's just understanding and doing the math and knowing what to do. So it's not hard for people to do the exact same thing. People out there are doing the exact same thing in the business world, the credit world, if not at a higher level, with more funding, with higher credit limits and things like that. So anything is possible. It's just all about the knowledge, the information, the resources that you have to make it happen. We about to turn up and elevate and grow and become more successful with this credit and this passive and investing game this year. So if you tired of being broke, you because it ain't no joke. You're ready to elevate and grow and become successful. You want to learn how to make all this. Let's get to work. Get y'all lessons, get y'all in-person lessons, FaceTime, one-on-one limit gyms, webinars. The opportunity is there. You just gotta take it and be ready to learn and grow and become successful. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limit gyms are $1,000, but for limit time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 10 seats, 250. Ask me anything that y'all want to ask me. Get help with anything you want to get help with while we on live stream in class. Make sure y'all booking your seat on the crypto tour in person limited gyms, $3,500 deposit, the rest of the money in person. Make sure y'all book your seat on the month-long mentorship, 2,500, 30 days. Anything you need help with, let's get to work. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App, me and their network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamer streamers, and content creators. We can do a lot. Y'all know what's going down. Still look. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, my TikToks. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because y'all know what's going on, changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how to get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.